Hey guys, hello. Can you guys hear us? I see Felicia waving, so I'm guessing that she hears us.
Hopefully they can.
This is crazy awesome. We're never actually together to do this, so we're super pumped because it just so happened that it landed on the same night. So in the comments while we're waiting, we'll give you guys a couple more minutes to hop on, but will you guys comment in thread and let us know how you found out about this, who your coach is that maybe you were following or the girl that you were following. Tag us in the comments and we'll get started in just a minute. You can also drop questions too, because we'll take questions at the end. Oh, Michelle.
Am I not?
Ashley, I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, we're just chit-chatting. Nothing important yet.
We're just excited reading through everybody's.
Wait,
messages.
Mandy and Felicia, you guys are together too.
We're together in person in Florida.
I love it.
So fun.
That's awesome.
We had our own mini retreat.
I know. She
Cute.
told me. That's so fun. I love it.
Oh, I'm looking for you, Crystal. I don't see you. Hey, hi, Crystal.
There she is. Oh, she is.
She's
I
outside.
have a hat on and I look gross, so that's probably why you didn't
Oh,
find me.
hey, girl, you're here. It's all good.
You look great. You guys put your cameras on if you can, because we love to see you. I know it might be awkward if you're like never been on a Zoom
Or
before,
if you're
but
naked.
yeah, that would be
Please
awkward
don't
too.
if you're naked.
Yeah, that would not be good. We don't approve of that.
Oh, there's a baby.
I know, so cute.
We're big fans of babies over here. We got 10 in the
We
house
have
right
10 kids between us. One of our girls is not doing this with us, but she also has 2 kids too. So holy moly, all the kids. Okay, should we get started, I guess?
Yeah, let's do
7:04.
it. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to do speaker view here and make sure we're recording. Okay, so I'll kick us off. If you guys can mute yourselves while you're listening, please. That way we have a good recording. But if you miss any of this or like you want to go back and look at it, we'll always send the recording. So once that's live, we'll make sure that you guys get it. But my name is Ashley. This is Dylan. We're so excited to talk to you guys tonight. So we have all been coaching, well, a little bit different of years, but we just happen to be together this weekend because our families are friends and it's just awesome. So it just so happened to be on Summit Week, like our big coach conference week, and then also on the day that we do our webinar. So we just wanted to take this time to share a little bit about ourselves, about our stories with you, and then also just give you some quick tidbits and information about how you can join our team and what that looks like. And hopefully you'll be able to hear us because our husbands and our kids are so loud,
So loud.
outside the door as I'm talking right now. So if you can't hear us, just drop it in the chat and we'll try to figure something out. But okay, so I'll kick it off. My name's Ashley. Ashley Smith. I've been coaching for like 5.5 years now, I think. So it was November of 2014. I've got 3 kids. I have Huddy, he's 4.5, and Skylar is 3, and Mara is 10 months old. She's almost 11 months. And we live in Georgia. But I started coaching around the time I was teaching full time and just kind of in a place where I desperately wanted to do something different with my life. I was kind of falling out of love with teaching, and that was just kind of where I was at. So I started looking for something else to do, and like started trying to think of things that I could sell or other things that fueled different passions that I had. But a lot of things I was like, well, man, if I wanted to personally train, I have to get a certification. If I want to, be an interior designer, like I need to go back to school for that. So lots of things that I wanted to do that just required me to go back to school. And so I kind of stumbled upon coaching. I had been invited a lot of times and had said no, because I just didn't really understand what it was. And I also had no idea what Beachbody was. So any of you guys who are listening right now and you're like, what's Beachbody? Like, I've never done a workout or anything. Like, I didn't know anything about Beachbody. They both have their own stories too, but I didn't know anything about it except for Shanti. I'd heard of him before, and my husband had done one of his workouts. But that was really it. So I, at the time, a month later into when I finally decided to step into coaching, I found out that I was pregnant. And so my entire journey has kind of been finding myself a little bit. I was just really in a bad place, really depressed, really not looking forward to waking up every day and putting my feet on the ground. I was just really down and out. We had a lot of debt, and I just wasn't feeling like myself. So when I started to decide to make this step, I started to just take care of myself. It started with a challenge group. I started to, work out and eat a little bit better and do some personal development and just, which you're going to hear about all this kind of stuff. But it was all stuff that I thought was so hokey. I'm like, go to the gym and I eat pretty good and things like that. But I didn't realize how much inside work I really needed to do. So, my story really stems from the personal development side of just kind of getting inside myself and figuring out how I needed to make some mindset changes. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the way that it was making me feel, being a part of a community of women and working on myself and showing up daily and realizing it was changing me completely, but also changing my relationship with my husband, because we were newlyweds at the time and really, really struggling in our relationship. And so this kind of helped me to get outside of myself and outside of our relationship and realize things that I could work on myself too. So I fell in love with it. I realized that if I felt that way and I felt so many changes, that if that was something that I experienced, that I knew that there was another woman out there that also would be wanting that same experience, wanting to make changes in their life, whether it was because of finances or because of, needing community or needing, anything. And now, especially as a mom, like it's something for all of us in motherhood, something that has totally given me this thing that I get to focus on, and also gives me some purpose outside of being mom and covered in kids all day long. So my story could go on for forever, but that really was kind of the tipping point. I was just really unmotivated, which I hate the word motivation, but I was just really in a bad place and really needed to make a change. And so this was kind of what fell into my lap, and I was super skeptical, but so glad that I went all in on it. And 5.5 years later, I've got awesome friends out of it. Our amazing friends from my husband, and, our lives have been totally changed. So I've been coaching for 5.5 years, and it's been amazing. And I could talk forever, but I'm going to pass it on to somebody else.
Dylan, go.
Okay. Okay, so I'm Dylan Mills. I just hit my, can you guys hear me okay? I feel like I'm like far away. I just hit my 4-year coaching mark anniversary, June 30th. And it's so funny because that tells me like how long I watched Ashley for, like how long she had asked me, because I had a Tone It Up account. I know that I've got, I can't see her, but one of my girls, Megan, that's on here, she has a Tone It Up account right now. And so she's part of that community. And for me, I was part of the community. Hey, I see you. I was part of the community, but there was some other piece missing, where I just felt like if I didn't show up, I didn't have anybody like, Dylan, where'd you go? Like, you're not checking in with us. But at the same time, I would have Beachbody coaches reaching out to me constantly, asking me to join them, asking me to join their groups, asking me to join their team. And I was so annoyed with it. And I was like, would block people. I would just ghost them and not answer. I would like anything. And so it actually, Ashley invited me like at a like random time where I was like, you know what? Okay, I've had enough people ask me, maybe I'll actually do it. And I went to sign up, got cold feet. And instead of telling her,
it's amazing how we're still friends, because rude.
I know. So instead of telling her like, hey, Ashley, I changed my mind, I'm not actually going to do it, I just blocked her. And so then like a year and a half later, I had deleted my Tone It Up account, and I was like on my explore page on Instagram randomly. And I was going through a really hard time, like struggling with our finances and trying to get pregnant. It wasn't happening, and just like piling up debt and just like feeling unhappy where I was in that station, just feeling like this is how it was going to be. And it just so happened that she popped up on my Explore page again. I was like, oh my gosh, wait. Yes, savage. I know.
Savage.
I'm also
Dylan.
classy and bougie, and ratchet. But she popped up on my Explore page, and I was like, wait a second, that's that girl that I blocked before that invited me. And at the time, she was actually hosting her very first retreat, which is so funny because now, like, girls that were on that retreat, I'm like, are some of my good friends too. And like being here right now, I would have like died then. And so I ended up reaching out to her, and I was like, okay, so I actually think I might want to do this thing. I don't know if you remember me, but so then I ended up signing up and went into it super skeptical. Like even after signing up, I was still scared. I was still nervous. So if any of you guys are feeling that, please know that's so normal. And I look at it now and I'm like, what did I even have to be like scared or nervous about? Like, honestly, worst case scenario, I got a year of workouts. I met some new people, and I wasn't paying for my gym membership monthly. Like that's worst case scenario, you guys. Best case scenario, you're with us on retreats and you're part of the crew now and you're making an income for your family and you're changing your life. I was also teaching at the time. I'm sorry to go like really long, but I was also teaching at the time. And I'll say too, like I am home full time with my kids and like able to do so much more financially with my family that I wasn't able to do then. And that wasn't a goal for me coming into this. I didn't look at it and see girls staying home full time and think, oh, I'd love to stay home full time. For me, I was skeptical even of that. Like, oh, they got in earlier. They probably have husbands that make tons of money and that's how they're able to stay home. Like my husband's a PE teacher. So I was like, that will never be me. I'm not even going to put that on a vision board. Like I'll teach forever. This will just help us pay off debt. This will help us buy our groceries without putting it on a credit card. And it's like surpassed all of that. So please know that any of those feelings and any of those like limiting beliefs are so normal too. And you're literally going to be obsessed once you join in. So
for real though. Can you tell how much we love what we do? We're like, hold on, we need like a timer. Like 5 minutes, go. 5 minutes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lindsay Ann. I have 3 kids, and when I started this whole thing, I had 3 under the age of 3. Dylan has kids.
I also have kids.
She has kids too.
And I love them. I'm obsessed. I have 2 kids, 1.5 and 2.5.
I was like, she has Irish twins. So I had 3 kids under the age of 3. I was teaching full time, and I had lost like the initial baby weight after my twins. I have twins, and they were 1.5 at the time or whatever. And so anyway, I started gaining all this weight, and I was like really unhappy, and I was like literally drinking 6 Coca-Colas a day. That's really gross when you think about it. And not eating correctly, either eating off my kids' plates or just not eating or whatever. So it was really bad. And this lady, our art teacher at work, I'm a teacher, was eating out of these colored containers. And I was like, what are you doing? That's weird, but what is that? And so she got me connected with my coach, and I started 21 Day Fix in January of 2016. Lost 21 pounds 15 pounds in 21 days doing 20 Day Fix and drinking Shakeology. And I was like, okay, there's something to this. This works. I'm busy. I worked out for 21 days straight. I checked into this accountability group that was so much fun. And I was like taking sweaty pictures of myself. And I was like, this is weird, but okay, I'm doing this and I love it. So I was approached with a coaching opportunity after work, that challenge group. And I was like, no, I'm busy. I have 3 kids. I'm a teacher. Like I have no certifications. Like that's not going to work. And my coach was like, no, you're doing all the things. And I was like, really? So I was like, well, I talked to my husband about it, and he was like, well, okay, so if you do it, you just keep getting healthier. Like, that's fine. Let's yeah, that's cool. And so then I surpassed my teaching income in the first 1.5 years of coaching, and was able to come home and be with our immune compromised daughter for 2 years, while we got her situated with her health. And it was the biggest blessing ever. And we've been able to take our kids to Disney and just do really fun stuff that was on our list that we just, as teachers, my husband's a teacher too, that wasn't going to happen because you're on a fixed income and you're going to make that much money until you die. And so, it was one of those things. And so I went back to teaching because the Lord literally threw the job in my lap, and I was like, really? I don't know about this. but coaching fits in perfectly with any sort of job you have. You don't have to want to leave your 9 to 5. Absolutely love teaching. And I met a new teacher at my school, and she's like, oh, so like, are you going to quit coaching? And I'm like, nope, it fits right in. It's what I do. And it has just blessed my life in so many ways. I've lost 50 pounds over the last 4.5 years. I mean, not all. I've lost it, I've kept it off. But I'm so healthy, and that's what's most important, because I'm out here with my kids, playing in the lake with them, just like this weekend, and not, overweight and out of breath. So.
Okay, so that's a little bit about us. We could really go into like all of our stories, but bottom line is we all have experienced so much community, so many relationships that we wouldn't have had, our relationships with our husbands and our families, and the things that we're able to do, not only financially, because we all have replaced our incomes with our coaching income, but it's just been something that's amazingly blessed our family to have little freedoms like pick up and where, we've been here since Thursday, and just pick up and have that freedom to do the things that we want to do and still have a job that also gives us this little outlet outside of motherhood. So we're incredibly blessed, and we love it so much that we can't help but share with you guys how absolutely life-changing it's been in so many different ways. So I love that you guys are posting all of your like professions down here. And just to say, you don't have to be a teacher to be in this business. We have a lot of teachers and a lot of nurses on our team, which you will find, but that's just kind of because a lot of us attract that. So, okay, well, let's go into the meat of this call. Let me screen share here. So we're going to kind of go through quickly and just share a little bit with you guys so that hopefully this helps you just get a better understanding of what it is that we do and kind of give you some little pointers here and there. And please feel free to ask any questions while we do this. Can you guys see that? Felicia, give me a thumbs up since I can see you. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. So what we are not. So first and foremost, you guys, really what we're on is sharing. I know when I came into the business, I know they both had a similar feeling of like really not wanting to feel like another network marketing company where you're just selling things and throwing things at people and like buy this and buy that. I was so nervous about that. And so when we first started our team, we really focused a lot on sharing over selling. It's amazing that when you share from the heart and you share the things that are working for you, it's amazing how much better that comes across than just trying to shove it down people's throat. When people see you actually experiencing life changes and experiencing things that you're passionate about, and that is actually something that you're truly doing and truly implementing in your life, it's amazing how many people also want to do it with you. And so first and foremost, really all we do is show up on social media. We share. We're not experts on this. We don't claim to be. We're not, super certified in all kinds of things. We do have girls that come in with personal training certifications, with nutrition degrees, and that's just something that actually like enhances their business. They're able to make really cool meal plans or really, cool workouts for people using our programs and products that we have from our company. So it's something that's really awesome, but not something that you have to have. So we're not experts, we're not salespeople. You don't have to know all the things. One thing that is really, highly coveted of our team is how much training we have, how much resources we have. We are constantly working together. This isn't like, these are my things and these are Dylan's things and these are Lindsay Ann's things and we don't share. I mean, we literally all work together to bring the best of the best to our entire team from the top down. So you don't have to know everything. You don't have to have a degree or a certification, like I said. And most importantly, there's no specific person that's good for this job. If you have a heart and you have the willingness to hustle and show up and do the things that we teach you in your New Coach University, your New Coach training, then this is for you. If you want to simply just show up and better yourself, then this is for you. There's so many people that feel like to be somebody that's influential to someone else, you have to have this perfect body and you have to be ripped with a 6-pack and, have this crazy transformation, but it's just simply not true. It's so much more fun to follow somebody who is on their journey. All of us, well, Dylan and I have been able to share our journey through pregnancy and after, and Lindsay Ann has had an amazing weight loss transformation. So, that's something that people truly want to invest in and see you actually doing the things. You're not selling it because you're sharing how these programs, these products, the things that we do and implement in our daily routine really help us get to the goals and the things that we want to achieve in our own journey and bring people on board with us. So there's no such thing as perfection. It's all about the journey. The joy is in the journey. And that's something that's really cool about what we get to do.
Okay, so along with that, our team goal. So as a whole team, kind of what you get joining in with all of us, our mission is really just to help people live their best life. Whether that means financially, whether that means I mean, like Lindsay Ann said, like being able to run around with your kids without getting out of breath, whether that means setting yourself up to have a healthy pregnancy, whether it means just feeling good in your bathing suit while you're going to the beach, just feeling comfortable and confident. And we do that by providing inspiration for them, like through what we share every day, and just trying to be positive and showing, I mean, honestly, like sharing your journey, showing even when you're having a hard day, like how you're getting through it, how the team's helping you, how the community is helping you, because it is there for that. So providing that inspiration for other people, accountability. We have groups that will show you once you get started. If you're not already plugged into one as a challenger or anything, you'll get a whole entire like new coach mentorship, but also get plugged into different boot camps and challenge groups that you can pour into with your own people to help hold them accountable. So many resources, like you're going to be like drowning in resources, but it's really good.
It's a gift. We promise.
It is. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is so much. But also to be your virtual and real life best friends. That's kind of like one of my favorite parts of this. Like when people ask me what I do, it's like literally just being someone's accountability bestie. Like that's basically what my job is just talking to people every day, connecting with them, finding out what their goals are, and just helping them get to that point. And just helping you. So that's kind of what we're here for. That's what you'll begin to do and get so comfortable with. And then just to help people embrace their life, feel confident and empowered every single day. So that kind of goes along with the beginning, but just feeling good. That's the mission. Is just like finding that light and that fire and just pouring that into other people and helping them get connected as well.
Okay, so in the day in the life of coach, like I told you, when I was approached with coaching, I was like, I don't know, like I don't have those things, but I was already plugged in. And if you're not plugged into a challenge group, you'll learn very quickly. But I was already taking care of myself, and I was already showing up and eating healthy-ish. I eat donuts every Friday. So you don't have to have perfect nutrition, but I was doing those things. And so that is what we do as a coach. We take care of ourselves. I don't know any other job. And if you know one, please put it in the chat, where the number one thing is to take care of yourself. That is what we do as a coach. Every single day is take care of ourselves. We're plugged into a program. We are following some sort of nutrition plan, and we are, using the products because we like them, not because we're forced to. And then we are sharing about this. Like when you start to feel so good and you're taking care of yourself, like it's just like any other product, like, oh, I found this thing at Target I really like. Same thing with this. And it's so much it's so easy to share about it because we are doing the things. And then we are just really called to be a light on social media. And that right now, I don't know if any other time, but a light on social media is something that we all need. And so we're just spreading love. And if that is through our personal development, something that we listen to or read, or just being a part of an accountability group and just being really inspired by other people, like that's really awesome for other people to see on a daily basis on our social media.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about kind of what this looks like to piggyback off of Lindsay Ann. So honestly, the best part about this job is that it's so personal. That's why there's no perfect coach. There's no one size fits all. And that should be like something super encouraging to you guys wherever you're at here. Like maybe you're a teacher, maybe you have kids, maybe you don't, maybe you have no idea what we're talking about. You just happened upon this thing that you wanted to come to tonight. But there's no perfect person for this, because honestly, it's just you get to control that. It's your own journey. It's you focusing on yourself. Like both of them have already stated, just showing up for you. And that happens through just being a part of our community, showing up in our groups, choosing a program, which we help you do when you become a new coach or a new challenger, just focusing on yourself and putting yourself first, even amidst all the noise, all the kids, all the life, all the things going on. It's simply just showing up and sharing your journey, because when you do that, you inspire others to action. So when they see you doing things that are changing your life, they naturally want to know what that is, and they want to be a part of it with you. You inspire somebody by pushing through on your hard day, or by pushing through when you have kids crawling all over you, or by showing up when you're on vacation, or whatever your thing is. When you share that and you get vulnerable enough to show up and do that consistently, other people are so inspired by that, and they want to be a part of that. And that's what makes our team so cool, is that we all show up together, and there's so much power together. It's so much, we always say we're better together, but when we do that, we create this insane wave of inspiration for people to want to become a part of our community. So by doing that, we just spread the word and we help others and help them also join in, help them figure out, hey, do you want to just work on your accountability? Do you just need accountability? Do you just need to, achieve some goals or feel better about yourself physically? Or do you need a community around you? Or, hey, have you always wanted to start a business? Like, awesome. This is something that can be that is literally just a platform for you to share all the other things that you're passionate about too. Becoming a coach is not just sharing workouts and superfood shakes and talking only about coaching. This is just something that has enhanced all of our lives. Lindsay Ann's able to use it as a teacher, to fuel her days and to feel the things and to feel the best about ourselves. Dylan and I both have other side businesses that we've been able to start because of this platform, because of becoming coaches and the blessing that it's provided in our lives. And so that's something that's so cool about it too. So as we spread the word, as we, share our inspiration with others, as we bring more people into our community, we're able to make so many amazing changes and help other people also get those same results and feel their best, just like we have.
Okay, so one of the biggest things that people get scared about is like, okay, but as soon as and I say this because I was also this way, but as soon as so I'm speaking for everyone, as soon as I get signed up, like I have no idea what to do. Like I wouldn't even know where to begin, but we got you. We have a new coach mentorship that we'll get you plugged into as soon as you're signed up. We actually, isn't there one? Do we start it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes,
We'll set that up tonight.
We've been on lake life for too long.
So there's one that actually starts tomorrow. So it'll be us running it. All of you guys get plugged in. Your coach will also be plugged in if it's not one of us, to help you get started. But it'll literally be all the resources. There's a short, super quick video every day, just kind of some personal development type stuff, or how to start your business, all of that. But there's also this really cool resource that you'll get access to that's called the Business Activity Tracker. If you're someone who loves lists or loves like checklists or any of that, you'll be obsessed with this, because it literally goes through your whole entire day, like step by step. Go onto social media. Here's how you're going to build your social media. Little things like finding new people, connecting with people, inviting someone to come join in with you. It goes through everything you need. Part of your work also that you can place on here, it says do your workout. And it says drink Shakeology. If you don't get Shakeology with it, you can just focus on your nutrition, drink your pre-workout, like whatever that means to you. But really your journey coming first, like we just talked about, and then how to plug into everyone else. So you don't ever have to be nervous about not knowing what to do or like where to begin, because we'll give you all of that. But you also have this resource that's at your fingertips every single day, that if you do it every single day, there's no reason you won't be
like literally foolproof.
It's so easy. So
that's what it looks like.
Okay, and another huge fear, or thing that holds people back from joining is the social media aspect. And I was like what I call a holiday poster before I started Beachbody. So like I posted on Christmas, or when it was one of my kids' birthdays, or when like Ashley went to a wedding, she would post, like just literally not like every day. Yeah. But if you look at this, look at the slides here, you will see that like we're not just posting everything about Beachbody on our pages. We are sharing what we are comfortable with, our lives, and sharing how doing these workouts and being a part of this community and having this accountability helps us to be the best version of ourselves, the best mom that we can be, the best teacher, the best wife, all of those things. And so when you come to our social media platforms, you will see that you see all about us. It's not just like me holding my Shakeology bottle up, or me doing only sweaty selfies or whatever like that. And as a new coach, you get to kind of choose what it is that you want to get to share about, and what you want to, if you're funny, then you get to be funny. And if you give really awesome,
she's funny. Not me.
If you give really good tips, like we have a coach on our team that gives like literally the best mom tips all the time. And like, I know that draws people into her social media. So whatever it is that's so unique about you, you get to share. And that's what's so cool about this is you're on your own you're your own boss. And yeah, you've heard that, people say that, but no, you really are. Like you get to choose how you want to share and how you want to reach out and help people. Of course, we have tons of resources to help you with that and help you get started. But if you look at our, like just looking at the social media, you will see that like we are sharing what we are interested in, what is about us. No one told us you have to share about this and you have to share about that. And so that's what's really cool is you can connect with so many really amazing people on social media who need you because you posted whatever it was that was about you, that was unique to you. And then maybe eventually they'll join your challenge group or your coaching community or whatever. But more importantly, you get to be a light on social media.
Absolutely.
I'm so used to like being at home and being, and I'm trying so hard not to do that right now.
Oh yeah, talking.
Because you're not muted.
Yeah.
I'm used to typing in the chat. I keep trying to type and I'm like, you guys are right here. So, all right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about resources and what our team provides you. So we've already like kind of like hammered this home that we give you a lot of resources, and I will tell you that that is really, really such a blessing because there are still, believe it or not, there are teams that don't have this kind of resources and this kind of support. So when you get plugged in, everyone kind of does it differently, but we three personally do it very similarly, where when you become a coach on our team, you know, we put you through, you get a little quick start form. We kind of get you started quickly with a couple just tips and things. And then we get you on a one-on-one call. We talk about, you know, you and figure out what are your goals? How can we help you? Make sure you know where everything is. And then you go into a new coach mentorship that the three of us triple host. Co-host?
Yeah,
I don't even know. Tri-host? Is that a thing? That we tri-host. And we give you all this like basic information to help you get your business started. But while we're doing that, we're also holding you accountable to go ahead and get started. So you'll see that with our team, you know, we have weekly team calls. All of this information is pinned at the top of our team pages. So you always see a calendar in there. You'll get a one-on-one call with your coach, whether it's one of us or maybe coaches that is on here with one of you on here. You'll get into your Facebook chat threads, which is like the best place to be. That's where we pretty much spend the majority of our day when we're working, is just chatting with you guys and supporting you. That's our main goal, is to help support you guys on your journey from day one to all the way to, you know, your chapter 20, like where we are. So, you know, getting you in chats and just helping you find that early community. And then, like we said, new coach mentorship, so many social media trainings. You know, we have all kinds of calls, all kinds of things that we do. And we've implemented a couple more like little level up trainings once you kind of unlock your business, which you'll find out about when you become a new coach and what that looks like. And then of course, the beloved Google Drive. The Google Drive has like more folders than you'll ever want to see in your life, but filled with information just for you, for, you know, hosting a challenge group, for hosting your first whatever it is. You know, there are literally anything you could want to know, like how do I send an email for this, or how do I create a Google form, or how do I, you know, host a group, how do I find graphics or words to say. Literally everything's in there for you. And so our main goal is just to help you be successful from the beginning, not to hold your hand too much, to also allow you to have freedom to, you know, express yourself and put your own twist on things, but to really just give you a good baseline of support and know that no matter what, us and your coach and whoever else is on the team, like we are all here together to help each other. And so, you know, it's just a fingertip away.
Okay, so
a couple with income progression.
Oh, okay. So I'll make this short and sweet. But this is another question that a lot of people have. I was super income driven coming into this because we needed more money. And if this was going to be a way for me to, number one, focus on my journey and get healthier, but also bring in money for our family and get us out of debt and be able to get gas without crying and stressing, or get groceries, then I wanted to do it. So, in the quickest way possible, you make 20 to 40% commission every time someone orders something through. So if you think about like having a referral code, like if you guys follow any kind of like other influencers or what is the like to know it or something like that. So they make a part of a commission every time you order something. It's basically the same for you. So you're just like, that's why we say on here, like a lifestyle, health and wellness influencer. That's basically what your job is. You just take it a step further, holding them accountable and helping other people. So you'll make that commission every time someone orders something, or if they order something and then order something else after that, they're your customer. So that's the residual income. Anything else they order, you're their coach, you're their support system, so you'll make that income. There's also weekly, monthly, quarterly team bonuses that you can be eligible for, and we'll go deeper into those once you guys get started, and we kind of set up your vision for what your income will look like. these are just some examples of some income progressions. I know this, again, was something for me that was really motivating, was looking at what's possible. And one thing that I challenge you guys to do when you look at these income progressions, instead of thinking, oh, like, good for her, like, or commit with some kind of limiting belief about why that can't be you, I want you to look at these and think, wow, look at what's possible for me. Because there's zero reason why any of you guys can't make this and then some. And I think that's a really cool part of this business too, is that there's no limit to what you can do with it. Like, you could literally surpass any of us. And I think that's a really cool part of this too, is that it's totally up to you. And that should be so motivating. And so like, that should light a fire in your belly about what's possible for this. We also have trips and vacations. Hello.
This is even, well, yeah.
I know. It's like our own.
Just like fun.
It's like a friend one, but
we didn't
We're just friends.
Yeah. This is just friends, but but we do have retreats and vacations. We have retreats that we host for, like, a huge one in the winter that you guys may see us share about. I'm like all up on you, sorry. I did shower today. Trips and vacations. So, okay, there's a retreat that we have in the winter that you guys may see us share about. Again, that was something for me when I saw girls on a retreat. Like, you can talk about the things all day, but when I finally saw that together in person, they actually were like hanging out. That's when it clicked for me, like, oh, maybe this is a real thing. It's not just like a scam trying to get to me. So you can also earn trips through the company, like free trips to Punta Cana, or like we were supposed to be at our huge coach summit this week. So there's plenty of chances to get to hang out with your team and meet everybody in real life. So that's kind of a motivation as well coming into this.
Just kind of a cool thing you get to look forward to.
Little perks.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're willing to put in the work daily and set big goals, there's absolutely nothing you can't do. The only way that you would not be successful at this is quitting. So when you get started and you're like, okay, I want to do X, Y, Z, you can. The only reason that you wouldn't be able to do those goals is if you personally quit and just gave up. So dream big, make big goals, do something scary, because the three of us didn't start this journey thinking, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm going to be so good at this so fast. And no, we all had fears, and we all pushed past those. And because of that, we have been able to do so many amazing things for ourselves, our family, and be besties.
Yeah. Okay, so what now? This is like the cool part. Like, okay, so I know you're all on the edge of your seats. And like, how do I sign up? Like right now? No, but really, you guys, we hope that this was really informative and short and sweet. And you guys got to just, well, kind of, you could have us talking all night long. But you know, I hope that this was informative for you, just to kind of give you simple little tidbits about it might seem like this really big, overwhelming thing, but like, it's really so simple. Like we love what we do. We show up every single day for ourselves, and we just pour that out into other people, into our team, and they do the same. It's been something that has completely changed our lives, changed our families' lives forever. And it's just been something really, really incredible, especially as we like sit here last night, like watching our husbands like hang out all weekend long. Like, they have become such great friends too from this. So it's not just something that we experience. Like, our families are experiencing so many, I can't think of the word. I want to say side effects. That's not the right word, but you know, they're also experiencing what we're experiencing in different ways. So, so from now on, so if you're interested, if you're watching this and you're like, okay, I think I might have some questions, go ahead and drop them below, because we'll answer any of those too in a second. But if you were to get ready and you wanted to become a part of our community, maybe you're a challenger right now, maybe you're already in an accountability group, maybe you're stumbling upon this for the first time, maybe you've been following one of us or one of our coaches that's on here, you know, this was for you to kind of get the information and decide if this was the next step for you. And if it is, then reach out to your coach, reach out to the girl that you have been following, the girl that you got the link from, the girl that you swiped up on her page or her story and have been chatting with. Talk to that person tonight or tomorrow or in the next couple of days. Reach out to them and let them know that you're interested. What we will do then is talk to you if you have any questions, but then also get you set up with your kind of your coach starter pack. So for people who've never been a part of this community before, that would look like getting your access to a year of workouts that we all do, choosing, whether it's a superfood shake or whether it's our pre and our post workout or something else that suits your lifestyle best. You'll get set up with that, and then get set up on the team. And so we welcome you to the team page and we celebrate you. And, it's just, we make it all fun. You get into your new coach thread, you get your little quick start form from us, and then you get plugged into our new coach university that's going to start tomorrow. So that's just a 2-week training. If you don't get in time, we have another one. It happens every 2 weeks, but if you're ready and ready to rock and roll, then we can't wait to have you. We can't wait to mentor you and help you achieve the goals that you have, whether they're something as simple as just wanting to have a little extra money for groceries, or whether it's like, I want to quit my job and retire my husband and come home and do this. It could be whatever it is. I want you to remember that there's no cookie cutter person or goal or anything that makes somebody the perfect candidate for becoming a coach or a lifestyle influencer like we talk about. It's really all up to you and up to what you want to achieve, and we're just here to help make that happen. So are there any questions that anybody has? Because we would love to hear. I'll stop sharing. And don't leave yet, because we're going to do a boomerang in just a second.
Just get used to the boomerangs.
Yes.
The normal thing.
Any questions? Let's see. I saw one up here a second ago. Please feel free. There's no silly question or anything. Okay, I saw one that was private to me. I did have a question from somebody that was about being a person of faith, I love Jesus, we all love Jesus. And we talk about that a lot. That's the cool thing about this business, is that you're free to share whatever it is you want. Just because you're a coach doesn't mean that you have to only share the specific things. You share your political beliefs, you can share your religious beliefs, you can share anything that you want to. And if people don't want to follow you for that, or people aren't vibing with that, then they're not your people. And that's okay. You don't want them to come join you, because you want to bring in the people that are attracted to the same things that you are. There's a reason why when we all get together, even with hundreds of our team, like we would have been this past week in New Orleans, there's a reason that we all vibe so well together, because we're all so similar, which is a really cool thing. We all complement each other and have a lot of the same priorities. So you want to take any of these? Anyone?
Let's see.
Oh, the public one? I could talk about that.
Go for
Yeah.
Okay, so with your Instagram being public, I was private obviously when I started too, and I was
Same.
like, I don't know, that makes me kind of nervous.
And we all were teachers.
Yes.
Yep. So
especially in the day and age we live in, and if your profession, you have to be, obviously. But basically, there's really easy ways to be really smart about keeping your profile public. It's a choice you can make. You don't have to be public to be successful. It's just easier for people to find you and connect with you if you're public. But for example, I haven't posted the location of where I am this weekend. And that's just a personal choice that I can make, or I can post it later. So if you're at the park with your kids and you're Insta storying how cute they are or whatever, you don't have to put where you are in that moment. You don't have to post it in that moment. So there's ways to go about it. There's coaches who don't share a lot about their kids, or don't share a lot about what they do, or, all those things. It's you get to choose kind of what you share and how much you share. So being a public profile, there's ways to do it and keep it safe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I see questions about Shakeology.
Yeah.
You guys keep in mind that what you're sharing about is your journey and what you're doing. So there's nothing you have to be doing. Obviously, it's better if you're doing the workouts and plugging in, but there's plenty of girls that are successful that do the Beachbody workouts, but also still teach their class at the gym. I was still teaching spin classes when I started.
Mm-hmm.
So you can still do those things with Shakeology. If it doesn't sit well with you, you can tell people that and just share it as an option and share other people's testimonials about it and just be honest about it. You don't have to get it. I would never even want you guys to spend money on something that you're not going to use.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind too. And if that doesn't sit well with you, there's so many other products that you can get and try. Like the pre-workout, the protein, collagen,
so much.
beach bars, power grid, all the things. So don't feel like Shakeology. I know that Shakeology is very connected with this, and it is a really great shake, but if it doesn't sit well with you, don't drink it.
And also try the vegan. If you're drinking the regular.
If you've tried the whey.
Yeah, that might be too thick for your stomach. If you have like, if it's just, sometimes that messes with people's stomachs. So try like half a scoop of the vegan if you haven't. Just a plug for that. It's not the same way. Any other ones?
I don't know how I'm doing. I stopped touching. I'm just gonna break it.
Wait, I thought I saw another one.
I saw
Is
something
that
on Instagram.
she was just saying that she finds people through Instagram. Is your only source of income from items that you sell? No. It's both, it is commission from what you sell. So that's kind of like where you can control that part. You can control how many people you help in a month. I have a lot of people that ask, like, is there like a contract we sign or like a certain amount that we have to sell every single month to make this quota? There is not that with our company, with Beachbody. We, of course have metrics for you. So like if you come to us and you're like, I want to be this kind of coach, I want to make this much money by this date, then we have certain metrics to be able to share with you and help you know how many people to help every single month with a specific type of pack. But that's kind of like your income that comes from commissions. But then you also, so you make 20 to 40. It depends on what it is. So, but you also, as you grow your team, that's where it gets fun. That is where your team, you're not actually making money off of your coaches, but you're making money with the volume that they're bringing into your team. As you rank advance as a coach, which you learn about after you become a coach, you're able to basically create a much more substantial income because of team volume, because of working together and being able to catch them on some of that volume. So it's way over your head for a situation like this. But there is much more than just commission-based income potential. All of us are able to get bonuses and things for the ranks that we are in our company, which is really awesome. And that's something that you guys would all be eligible for too, as you advance in your business. What else? Finished vegan. Did you change your profile to public while you were still teaching?
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, I've been responding to some of them privately. If you don't get to all of them, just letting you know.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Thanks. Yes, profile to public when we were both teaching. You guys have to remember too, like when you're sharing, because I was really nervous about this. I taught high school and middle school when I was like my last, year of teaching. And so I had a lot of like male students that all, love to hang out in my classroom. And I'm like, oh geez, if they find me on Instagram, that's gonna be so awkward. But I had to remind myself, I didn't really post a lot of sports bra pictures and things like that back then. But I also had to remind myself that me posting a lot and sharing different things, maybe it was a selfie, which felt so stupid and silly to me. Because again, I was like a holiday poster. I'm like, Christmas 2020, and it was like 90 pictures of like us all doing the same thing. That was how I used to post. And so, but I had to remind myself that the things that I was sharing were things that I would be totally fine with my students seeing, because why would I not want them to experience some kind of personal development or, a positive post? They're seeing much worse on the internet, especially now. It's been 7-8 years since I've been teaching. So, that is, you have to remember that too, that the things that you're sharing, you shouldn't be worried unless you're posting inappropriate stuff. You shouldn't be worried about what if your students were to find you, because it's stuff that you would want those young women and young men to actually be encouraged by. That was something that I kind of always had to keep in mind.
We'll help you. I saw, is it hard to grow your Instagram account? We have all those resources and training, so we'll help you with that. It's that business activity tracker we showed you. There's parts in that literally go into like how you're growing, how you're connecting, how you're doing all of that. So we will totally help you with that.
I'm talking a lot about Shakeology here.
Yep. Levels
and how you teach each, like what each means. I'm going to talk about that later. Sorry. Oh yeah. Well. Yeah. There's a lot of ranks in the business, like from coach all the way to superstar diamond to like double superstar to like elite and premier. It's like gibberish right now. But when you get on your one-on-one call and you learn about that, then that's when we can kind of be like, okay, so what are your goals? How can we help you? It'll make a lot more sense when we do that. I don't think there's any other ones. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Okay, we need to do a boomerang. So hold on. Don't go anywhere. If you have the ability to turn your camera on, please do, because this is just something kind of fun that we do to just, share about it. If you're feeling it, go ahead and turn your phone on too, and you can do a boomerang also.
And this can be like your, even if you haven't signed up yet, this can kind of be like your gateway introduction. This is like your gateway drug. This is like your introduction to show people like, look at this cool community. So
look at all these girls hanging
fun.
out. Girl time.
And we have two
slides. So we're gonna we don't have any music, but just pretend like if we had music, like you're jamming to your favorite song, like so hard. Okay.
Wait,
When
Mandy,
we say,
music if you want. Sorry to interrupt you.
do you have music? Do it, Mandy. Okay, I'm unmuting you.
If your question didn't get answered, reach out to the coach that invited you because
they'll.
Oops. Many of you. All right, Mandy, you're unmuted.
I hear
Lady Gaga. Our husbands are like jamming too. Lady Gaga. Oh. Are you gonna play it? Okay, let's just pretend then.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah. Okay, we're just pretending. Okay, on the count of 3, pretend like you're jamming to your favorite song. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm taking
Whoa,
pictures.
whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay. I love it. I love it. Oh, she got some. Perfect. Okay, y'all. Who is that playing the music? I don't even know where you are. Okay, y'all, super glitchy, but okay, we are so grateful that you guys joined us. I know we're losing people already, but if you have any questions, reach out to the girl that added you, the girl that you've been following, that you swiped up and got her link from, and we will be more than happy to help you. But we hope this was helpful, and thanks for spending your Sunday night with us. We really appreciate it, and we hope to be welcoming you onto the team super soon. Bye, y'all.